Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kutlwanomametse and I'm here with the makeup tutorial. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, stay tuned. You're gonna need soap, a spoolie, rub it against each other to get a consistency. Make sure that they both wet. Once you have the consistency you like, apply it on your eyebrow in an upward direction very lightly to get the shape that you want. After doing so, you're gonna press against your eyebrows so it dries and the hairs don't move once you apply product on your eyebrows. Once you've done that, you can now remove the excess around the eyebrow. Doing so, I'm gonna go in with my Yardley translucent powder. I'm gonna apply that on my eyebrows. I think this makes it easier for me to draw on my eyebrows, which is optional. Now I'm going in with my Essence pencil. I know it's small, I forgot to buy a pencil. So what you want to do is start by outlining the bottom part of the eyebrow just to get an idea and the shape that you want. Make sure you do this very lightly because the method we're using now needs a very light hand. You don't want to do any harsh lines when it comes to this method. Now we're going to fill in the eyebrow in the upward direction very lightly. Next, I'll be using my LA Girl liquid eyebrow gel just to fill in my eyebrows. You don't have to use much of this product because we want our eyebrows to look as natural as possible. I'm gonna go in with my spoolie just to brush the product evenly on my eyebrow. I'm going to conceal my eyebrows with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. Make sure you take your time when it comes to concealing your eyebrows because this needs to be perfect. It's okay if your eyebrows aren't twins, girl, they can be sisters, okay? It's really okay. After concealing your eyebrow and you're happy with your shape, you can now blend out the concealer. Now I'm going to apply my LA Girl Pro Concealer on my eyelids in the shade Pure Beige just to prep my eyelids before I apply eyeshadow. forgot to mention to you guys that I will be using a damp beauty blender. It makes blending so much easier and doesn't remove a lot of product while I'm blending. I'll be using my Morphe palette by James Charles, and I'm starting with the shade Daddy. So you want to make sure that you apply this shade right above the crease or on the crease. I'll be using tapping motion throughout the whole video while I'm applying my eyeshadows. Now I'm going in with the shade Social Blade, and I'm going to use it as my transition color. So you want to make sure that you apply this right on top of the color you applied first, very lightly. Now I'm going to blend out the colors just a little bit. You don't want to do too much blending because you want the colors to pop. Now I'm going in with the shade B, and I'm going to apply this on top of Social Blade just to add more color to my eye. I'm gonna go back in with all the shadows that I've used just to make my eyes pop a bit and make the colors more pigmented. After blending that out, I'm going to go in with the shade Spooky, and I'm going to apply that on my crease right underneath the shade Daddy. You don't want to overpower the shade Daddy because you also want that color to come out when you cut your crease. You'll see what I mean later. I'll be using Garnier micellar water and earbuds just to clean up the area where I will be cutting my crease. I'll be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Pure Beige. Make sure that you press down your eyelashes so it doesn't get caught up in the concealer when you apply, because it might mess up your cut crease. Take your time when you're cutting your crease, guys, because you do not want to mess up anything. This is a very important step. Take your time and have a very light hand. What I'm doing now is that I'm making sure that my concealer doesn't go above my cut crease and mess up everything. So you can also do that when you don't know where your cut crease ends or where you should end your cut crease. It helps get the curve of the cut crease that you want. So this is how my cut crease looks. Now I'll be going in with the shade Flashback, and I made a mistake by not blending out the concealer on my cut crease first because it creased a little bit, but I made a plan. So before applying any shadow, just make sure that there's no creases when you apply. The next color I'll be using on my cut crease is this green from Colors Limited Edition. And I love this color because it has a little bit of sparkle, shininess in it, so it's really nice, girl. I'll be going back in with the shade Spooky just for touch-ups and just to blend out the outer corner of my cut crease. And I'll also be going back in with the other shadows as well, just to give my eyes the final touches and make sure that the eye is good. Now we're moving on to the face, and I'll be using my LA Girl primer. You want to apply this, and I applied so much and I wasn't aware of that until I actually had to rub it in my face, but it's okay. I'm going in with my Yardley translucent powder, and I'm going to apply this on my smile lines. I'm using this new technique, so this is supposed to minimize creasing on my smile lines. I hope it works. Now I'm going in with my orange color corrector, and I'm going to apply this on my dark areas. For foundation, I'm going to be using my MAC foundation in the shade NC45, and I'm also going to be mixing it with my Wet n Wild foundation. I don't know what the name is exactly, but I think it's Cocoa Cacao, something like that. I'll write it down in the description. I'll be using the same concealers that I've been using throughout the whole video to conceal my face and to highlight my face. You can go back in with your concealer if you want to cover up some spots, because my foundation didn't really have full coverage, but I'm just gonna go back with my concealer just to cover the spots or to clean up my eyes. Now it's time to contour that faces. I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toast, and I'm just going to contour my forehead and my cheekbones and that nose. I'm gonna go in with my Yardley translucent powder and I'm going to bake my face. This is optional. If you don't like baking your face, it's okay, but I do, so I'm gonna do that. While my face is baking, I'm gonna move on to my lips. I'm going to outline my lips just to get the shape that I want, you know, the bigger the better. I'm kidding, but I do love large lips. That's why I outline my lips first. So if you're also into like those nice pokey lips and the cute lips, you can do the step. Once you're done baking, you can now remove the excess off your face. After doing so, I'll be using my MAC Setting Primer Spray just to set my face. And then I'm gonna go in with my MAC bronzer. And I'm gonna use that on my cheekbone just to make my cheekbones pop. Now I'll be using my LA Girl highlighter to highlight my face. After highlighting my face, I'm gonna go back to my lips and I'm going to use my lip therapy from Discam. I'm gonna use my fingers to highlight the bridge of my nose. Now I'm gonna go back in with my eyeshadow and I'm going to apply the greens under my eyelids. Now I'm gonna use my Essence liquid liner and pencil, but before I do that, I just want to put a bit of mascara on my eyelashes. I applied my lashes off camera and this is my final look. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and turn on your post notification so you can get notified whenever I post a new video. Bye!